Hello friends and YouTubers alike. Any just precious? No. This has been a very interesting end of June, which means this will be one jam-packed episode, or update episode, of talking to the camera. I do have full episodes written, but I won't really be able to make them until after Comic-Con. Speaking of which, as you may know, Katie and myself have started an IndieGoGo account to fundraise for our new, soon-to-be-released comic, Silly Kingdom. All the details can be found in this video. And within the first 24 hours of the page going live, we received more than half of our target goal of $3,100. That's gotta be some kind of record, like the most more than half in 24 hours ever. So thank you all very much for your interest, support, and want for great perk prizes. Katie's gonna be really busy drawing commissions in August. Do check out the IndieGoGo account for more information and all that good donation. That was improv. We're also grateful for everyone who's helped spread the word, and as you all know, I do like to give back. Online friend and artist BlueJeanius has a comic for pre-sale. Ranunculus, a Monsters Brigade. Oh man, I hope I pronounced that right. Set in post-Frankenstein, pre-Victorian England, where things aren't quite as the history books tell us, a mishap of science has set free a plague of undead across a country that already has its share of monsters. And like I always say, the only thing better than some monsters is more monsters. Okay, I never actually say that. But hey, when in post-Frankenstein, pre-Victorian England, do as the post-Frankenstein, pre-Victorian English do. Sounds like fun times, and all 16 pages of this comic can be yours for the super affordable price of $5, plus bonus pre-order items. Friend, gamer, and game maker Jason Kaplan recently released a new game to the App Store. From JPK Games comes Flew the Coop. You play as a very angry chicken, and this chicken plays by no one's rules. Now, I don't know if reactionary runner is officially a genre just yet, but the premise of the game is you keep on fluttering across the farm, avoiding haystacks and other animals. But watch out for that farmer. He's a douche. And the game's creator, Mr. Jason Kaplan, was kind enough to give me some free promo codes for a free copy of the game, which I will in turn give to you. All you have to do is email me a haiku on the theme of chicken. Those who make the haikus that tickle my fancy the most will receive a free copy of Flew the Coop for their iDevices. Deadline for submission is July 8th, and you can email them to shaggyshan@uberfriendship.com. Finally, let's get to some upcoming events. You can thank my mom for this upcoming event, because unlike me, she reads the paper. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Free. Outdoor. Screening. Now here in Toronto, we love Scott Pilgrim. Yes, we do. Call me biased, as I live in Toronto, and I also got to see the film at last year's Comic-Con for free, and in a crowd of hyper-enthusiastic fans who would cheer after every fight scene or musical number, and I also got to see the Toronto film premiere and DVD release party, and yeah, I just love that movie. And if you want to share in that love for free outside, as part of Longo's free flicks at the Harbourfront Center, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World will be playing July 5th at 9 p.m. The theme of this year's films is different cities, like Tokyo with Lost in Translation, and Paris in Paris Je T'aime, both films I have yet to see. Now, a little earlier that same day, Toronto Geek Poetry Slam. This will feature poets on topics of anything geeky. For example, holidays pass, weeds grow, 4 houses stand, left alone. No tenants. But Tom Nook still wants his bells. This is happening at the Bow Tuesday, July 5th at 7 p.m. $5 cover. I look so sad after I said that. But friends, the Toronto geekiness does not stop here. This coming Tuesday at Toronto's Underground Cinemas is video game Armageddon. They dust off an old system, bring out some games, and go to town. Imagine you can finally play GoldenEye 64 the way it was never meant to be. Huge! Man, those controls suck now. Yeah, I said it. Speaking of GoldenEye, I thought it was funny. And apparently video game Armageddon will be happening every Tuesday between 6 and 10 p.m. at the Underground Cinemas. Cinema. Almost done. Let's talk about cons. Hey, you in Connecticut. Connecticut. Hartford, Connecticut is having its annual convention, Conecticon. July 8th to 10th at the Connecticut Convention Center. One of the highlights of this convention is the tongue twister competition, where you try to say the title of the con 5 times fast. Conecticon Convention at the Connecticut Convention Center. Conecticon Convention at the Connecticut Convention Center. Conecticon Convention. I hate this con. Thank you, Idness, for that upcoming event. Idness was also painting the house when I got the email for it, so hope that went well. And finally, now I already talked about ConBravo coming up at the end of July, but on July 9th they'll be running, or should I say walking, the Cosplay Walk in the Annex. Starting at ANC Games at 1 p.m., the walk will go up Spadina, west on Bloor, and settle somewhere in the Annex, where there's Korean restaurants, comic shops, karaoke, and Honest Eds. A prominent location in the Scott Pilgrim books. See what I said? Toronto loves it. Alright, that's all for this episode, and be sure to send your chicken haikus for the free Flew the Coop giveaway to my email address, shaggyshan@uberfriendship.com. Deadline for submissions is July 8th, and don't worry, I'll find a fun way to present winners. Chaz. 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 Here's your July con list.